I was actually in the Gulf. We had not visited any other places yet, and I was in the Gulf on 9/11, which really made up and that was the tone of the rest of my military career, I think. And I remember working the full day, and it was my birthday, and I was all excited because we're 12 hours ahead in the Gulf than what we were here, and in the States, and so I was able to, have a pretty good birthday. I was waiting for about 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening to hit in the Gulf so that I could get all the happy birthday emails and stuff from my family.
Right.
And then that's when I remember watching on the television.
I was going to ask how you found out about it. You saw it like a lot of other people?
I did, yeah, saw it in real time, but on television on the ship. And that was a very difficult time, especially in the Gulf. We were one of the very first to respond, and we knew from that point forward that we were in a different climate, and that we were going to be supporting war efforts from that point. And so it was different.
So what did you hear from the officers or your superiors on the ship after that happened? Did they, I'm sure you all were talking about it, was there anything sort of more formal that was communicated with all of you, or nobody knew anything much yet? I don't know.
They had to relay to us that that the climate had just changed. We had to realize that we are now supporting a conflict at this point. And not that you can't have fun, but it's country first. It's time to get serious. And so we went from, preparing aircraft for 5 or 6 flights for the day to 20, 23 flights per day, because now the aircraft had a mission.
Right.
And so our workload had quadrupled. And you're on the flight deck, it's hot, you're exhausted, you got oil all over you, and you're doing that in the spirit of this is wartime, and you really have to work your hardest and give it your all.
It was tough for everybody after 9/11, but I would imagine not only being as young as you were, but being where you were. Do you remember how it felt emotionally, or were you just kind of rededicated to the mission?
I think I was more worried for people back at home. I was on an aircraft carrier. We were safe.
Right.
The uncertainty was what bothered most people. Aircraft had just crashed into towers, and so, and what was going to happen next? Was something going to happen next? How would they stop it? How would you prepare? We were pretty safe in the middle of the ocean with battleships surrounding us, with aircraft, with bombs and bullets. We were safe. So I think I was more worried about my family and more worried about them being worried about me.
Right, yeah. Was there an extra measure of, I don't know what, concern, seriousness, attention to detail, knowing that you're not just preparing these aircraft and these pilots to just go out on kind of a practice run, but they're actually going out and, their lives and other lives are more at stake perhaps than they otherwise would be. That's kind of a heavy thing to put on somebody that young.
It is heavy, but we are taught to always give it our best and to always do our best. No matter if the whole point of everything before 9/11 was to prep us for just that situation and any situation like it. And so I don't think that we gave it any less attention and detail afterwards, because we were taught to give it our all from the very beginning.